Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here on YOUCANIC I got a 2012 Toyota Camry, and on this Toyota Camry we're going to go over how you'd replace this outer taillight assembly as well as the inner taillight assembly. The outer taillight assembly has your brake and taillight, has a park light clearance light on this side, and also has the blinker light in it. The inner one has just your reverse light. Right? So we'll go over how you replace the reverse one and then the outer and how that's done. So first you're going to pop your trunk and you're going to raise it up. Well, first you're going to want to, there's a carpet cover piece that goes here, and it's all held in there with a bunch of push pins. That's all been removed, and so I've removed those push pins and I've taken that carpet piece away. And then you've got a bolt here and two bolts here to remove that outer one. First, let's undo the electrical connector. Then we undo this bolt. It's a size number 10. And they're like a plastic nut, but they're still a size number 10. I'm going to loosen those for the outer one. And with that all loosened and removed, then we can just push the whole taillight assembly away, and that is it, been removed. So it's been removed, and this, because we're talking about how to remove these, if you need to replace them because they're cracked or broken, so then you would get a new one, and then you would just line it all back up, press it into place, and then just go ahead and put the screws back on in the back. The two plastic nut covers on the outside, which also dual as basically a set for when you close the trunk. The metal one on the inside. Snug those up. Connect our electrical connectors again. And so that is how we replace the inner taillight assembly. And when you're done with that, the last thing you would want to do is put the carpet piece back on and put all the push pins back in and remount that. Now we'll go over how you replace this, right? Or to take this off and then put it back on. So to start with, you have to kind of drop the bumper down. We don't have to remove the whole bumper, but we do need to drop it down because there's a big old plastic clip in here that is holding it in. It's much like what the front lights do. So you just remove this little cover here, and then there's a bolt in here. There's one bolt right up in here, and there's another bolt that sits right down here, and we got to loosen that. You may need to loosen a few more. There's like a splash pin on the back, but with those three we can at least get the bumper to come down to be able to replace what we need to do. So inside the trunk we've got the three electrical connectors. We're just going to undo those. And then this is connected on top of that bolt. And then we've got 4 bolts out here to undo. That one would have to be a little loose. These are all size number 10. Loosen them up. Those are loose and removed. Okay, so with those removed, like I said, we had to take out some bolts to be able to get this bumper to drop down a little bit. You can move the molding a little bit for the trunk molding. And then to pull this bumper, you're just going to pull it like that. And then here, and then just kind of pull. And just drop it. And see, this is the plastic tab that gets in your way of taking this taillight off. So now, jiggle it out. And now we have removed the taillight. And then, because say if it was broken, then we would do what we need to do and get a new one. And then we would take the new one and to put it back on, just push it in, button it up like that, and then you can set the bumper up a little bit like that. You can go in any type of order. You could put the whole bumper on if you want. But let's go ahead and put the light, tighten the light down, hit those connectors, and then we'll put the bumper piece back on. Okay, so we'll put our four bolts back on here, tighten them up. Okay, those all tighten back up. Then you can go ahead, put that clip back on there. Let's hook up all our Taillight electrodes. Snap them all into place. Good to go. And then you can, when you're done, you can go ahead and put that carpet piece back in. Push all the push pins back in there. So you're going to want to line up your bumper and see in this channel and groove. And that's why we also have that groove of where the tail light was. But and then just follow it, work its way around, snap everything back into place. And then just go ahead and put the 3 bolts or more that you took out to move that bumper. So they'll all put back together, put your bolts back in. That's how you replace your inner and outer taillight assembly on your Toyota Camry of a 2012. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.